Hi everybody, this is Lily with another episode of SHOUJO, where I read shitty ass shoujo and I rant about it. It's a bi-weekly show. Keep in mind there might be some adult themes in these stories. If any of this triggers you, I suggest closing out the video. This week's manga is called Dakara Ori ni Shina yo by Minase Ai. It has 2 volumes and it was released in the year 2008. Here's what it's about. Hina had just moved back to her old hometown and transferred to the local school, North High. Little does she know about the rivalry between the gangs of North High and its opponent South High, the high school which her childhood friend Kanata attends. During her first week there, she is captured by gang leader SHOUJO and finds out about the princess gang, in which she will play a key role. This manga is, it's something, alright. It was passed around my friends as a, oh my god, this is so stupid, it's hilarious kind of thing, but honestly, I don't even think it's that funny. And to be honest, it's really hard not to be really super serious about this kind of thing. Well, you'll see why. The premise is that the girl moves back into town after 5 years to her old house and transfers to the North School because she wanted to get a boyfriend from there. Her best friend and childhood friend, Kanata, he's the designated childhood friend. And he's trying to stop her from getting a boyfriend, but she's an independent woman. She don't need no man telling her what to do until she gets to class. Naturally, she meets SHOUJO in the class, and he's an asshole. A complete asshole. In the middle of class, he pulls her in, acts like he's gonna kiss her, but instead, he punches her in the stomach in the middle of class after learning her name is Hina. When she wakes up, there's these guys who want to rape her, and it's revealed that her childhood friend has been in a gang named Hina. And, apparently it was, he said, oh, I missed you so much, I named my gang after you. Because, that's what you do when you're in love, apparently. More upset at the fact that that Kanata is actually a gang member or a delinquent. She's more mad about that than, the attempt of being fucking raped. And for a while after the incident, after he rescues her, he gets ignored by her until she meets SHOUJO, the guy who punched her in the middle of fucking class. However, he offers, hey, come in my car. I know we got off on got on the wrong foot here. But let's get in my car. Let's go for a ride together. And I didn't like SHOUJO for obvious reasons, of course, but I really dislike the heroine even more because she actually gets in the car with him. Even after Kanata is like, no, don't do it, and she's like, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm an independent woman, even though, it's obvious that this guy is gonna put her in danger. And the only reason why she did that is because, Kanata's a delinquent, I have to punish him, I have to manipulate him somehow. And this time, the two's in SHOUJO's car, and then he takes her to get raped again. And I believe it's actually the same guys too who tries to rape her again. However, as the guys were arguing on who gets to go first, she actually says, oh, stop fighting, you guys are friends, aren't you? And it's just like, do you not know the seriousness of your situation here? Does the author not understand the seriousness of the situation either? Because that's what it feels like. Honestly, one of the main issues I have with some of these shitty ass shoujos is that they treat rape just like this. They treat it as something that's just like, oh, it's cute. That just means he likes you this much. No. This is wrong. This is sexual harassment. This is sexual assault. It's rape. It's not funny. It's not cute. It never has been cute, and it never will. Nothing will change that. But apparently apparently Shugo was there this time to make sure nothing goes wrong. And he, eventually he's like, oh, if you do this, that means you like me. And she's like, alright, I'll give it up for you. And he's like, wait a minute, don't do that. And it's like, I just don't know what the fuck. Is this supposed to be funny? Is this supposed to be quirky? Is this supposed to be romantic? Because it's not. It's fucked up. That's what this is. And then Kanata saves her again. And, it's a mess. During this time, he actually confesses that he loved her. And, and it was kind of like, duh. Yeah, of course he's going to say he liked her. And, so he's like, well, at least give me a chance. And, go out on a date with me at least. And she's like, alright. You saved me twice. Guess I gotta throw you a bone. However, he knows that the fact of the matter is the girl just didn't like him that much. She is not into him as he is into her, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna give you your space. And then she ends up going back to the guy, Shugo, and he sexually assaults her again. This is the third fucking time. Like, this isn't cute. This is not funny. What the fuck? But, at that point, I was just clocked out of the story. There's something about fake amnesia, something about him, Kanata fake pretending to have amnesia, and this is honestly insulting. It's honestly offensive. If you, I don't know, I hope you don't fight humor and rape and sexual assault, because it's not funny. There are women and men out there who suffer through it every day, and just like, stop that. That's not funny. That's not something to laugh at. And for the fact that, thankfully this manga doesn't seem very popular, gives me hope that people are finally starting to wisen up and stop encouraging this shit, because this needs to stop. Like, I literally don't know what else to say. Like, Shugo is what happens when a shitty shoujo male lead goes completely unchecked and does whatever he wants, consequence free. Oh, did I mention that Shugo is rich? Did I mention he has his own car? That's why he was able to do all that shit and get away with it, because he's good with the adults, I guess. Hina, however, is also what happens when a shitty shoujo female lead does whatever she wants, and, nobody is honestly there to tell her, hey, stop this shit. And Kanata is the childhood friend, like, stereotypical to a T. He pretty much, just merely exists just so, he can be in competition for Shugo. There's one part in particular that made me go, like, really? Is when Kanata was actually in an accident while, Hina and Shugo were having like, one of the very few times they have consensual sex. When Hina gets the call that he's in the hospital, she runs out and heads straight to the hospital to deal with his fake amnesia bullshit. After she comes out the room, and after she's like, alright, well, whatever, I'm gonna choose the rich douche over you, the rich rapist over you, she overhears Shugo saying that Kanata is in the hospital. Alright. The fact of them, like, this is where Hina actually finally goes like, what the fuck, Shugo? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop this bullshit. And at that point, though, I was just like, I am tired of this. I don't even care. This is bullshit, Hina. Fuck you. Fuck you for only now giving a fuck. Fuck you for not caring about your, or not. Okay, that sounds really bad. See, this is what this awful character has made me do. She is a victim, and it's honestly frustrating, because it's I feel like this is purposely offensive. I feel like if this is a satire, the point of satire is to be funny, or rather bring a point about something that's, either taken too seriously or not seriously enough. And if the author was trying to do that with all the rape scenes and all the sexual assault scenes, she didn't do a very good job conveying that, because all I saw was, a guy trying to sexually assault this girl constantly because her name is Shina, just so he can get back at Kanata because he's a rival. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? And like, this is the part where she sees him talking to someone on the phone. That's when she actually cares about something, about other than Ugu. What do I, or Woo, what do I do? Who do I choose? Do I choose the rapist or the childhood friend? Okay, but they never really explained why they were even rivals in the first place, besides the fact that they go to different schools. Okay, fine, you guys go to different schools. What does that mean? Does that mean, North School has rich kids and South School has poor kids, and the poor, rich kids gotta, look down on the poor because that's what they do, and poor kids wanna, push the rich around and trying to get their money, or just something other than, oh yeah, they're just rivals. That's it. Like, no. And it's just so ridiculous. Like, and like, one of the things that pisses me off too is that Shugo always seems like he's gonna be a nice guy, like, for real, I swear. But again, he's revealed to be a douchebag. He's revealed to be a rapist, he's a piece of shit. And it's literally all to get a ploy to get back at Kanata. And again, it's like, why? Why do all this? And it doesn't even and Princess Game nothing. The actual synopsis written for this piece of shit has more of a plot than an actual fucking manga. Alright? It's so, like, there's actually a part where I'm just like, alright, and here's the thing. You would think that I would be rooting for Kanata, but they're all shit. There's actually a part when, throughout the story, Kanata does his damnedest to protect Hina from Shugo. But, Hina, she's like, oh, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm a big, strong, independent woman. And, okay, but, like, here's the thing. Don't think that I believe Kanata deserves her, quote unquote, because, get that bullshit out right now. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that Kanata is doing all this bullshit for her, and she's literally like, oh, well, but you're a delinquent, so fuck you. But it's like, Shugo's a delinquent. In fact, he's the reason why you were sexually assaulted, like, 3 fucking times, not Kanata. Like, look at what you're dealing with, you dumbass. But then, like, Kanata actually tries to sexually assault her, so none of them ain't shit. And it's just like, I just want this fucking, I mean, it's 2 volumes long, but it feels like it's 100 volumes because of all the bullshit. Like, nothing about this is funny. The only thing that I could say that I would even admit to liking is the art, because it reminds me of Arina Tanemura. But even then, it's like a cheap imitation of it. Then that's what I mean. Like, if it's a satire based on shoujo manga, or at least on her manga, she didn't do a very good job. She did a shit job, a very shit job. And then, like, and it's just, and then so when Hina finally sits down and questions Shugo about, oh, why are you calling your guys on the phone while Kanata's in the hospital? Apparently Shugo finally says, oh, I'm jealous. You care about him more than you care about me. He's like, what? When did this come from? When did this happen? Because the whole, like, most of this manga was her going to him and him, like, setting her up for places where she fucking gets sexually assaulted. Like, I'm like, what? The only time Hina actually like gave a shit about Kanata, besides the fact like, oh, you're a delinquent, don't talk to me, is when they go out on that one day, is when Kanata saves her, and when they go on that date, that's it. That is it. And for him to be like, oh, I'm jealous. Like, what? Are you jealous of? Maybe if you weren't such a rapist, maybe. It's, and apparently, it's like only now Hina realizes that Shugo is a gang leader because she finds out that the reason why Kanata was in the hospital is because of his gang. And it's just like, oh my god, are you fucking serious? Do you really think that he just, oh my god, you stupid ass motherfucker. Like, normally, I hate saying that shoujo heroines are dumb because there's usually some mitigating factor that lands her in a bad situation, like in the first situation where he fucking punched her in the goddamn stomach in the middle of class. And usually it's because the writer just wants so much to show how awesome the love interests are, or how awful and mean the other female characters are, and how the shoujo heroine is just so innocent. Oh no, and this usually due to bad writing and forced conflicts. But this manga is not only is this manga clearly guilty for bad writing and forced conflicts. Oh no, my dear. But clearly, as you can hear from me ranting, but the heroine is extremely dumb. Seriously, if you know someone's out to hurt you, and want to do you wrong because of an unexplained but possibly bullshit rivalry between your school and your childhood friends' schools, and, you know, it just so happened that your childhood friend is also the gang leader of that school, then yeah, it's probably not the best idea not to mess with him or believe a goddamn word that he sends, even if you're hot for him. At least have that ace, oh, you know, he's an asshole, but maybe deep down inside he's a good guy, you know? Okay, so maybe, but like, no, honey, no. He put you in 3. Count them. 1, when he punched you in the stomach when you first transferred in the school. When you first transferred in the school, he punched you in the stomach. The second time, oh, my bad. You want to come with me in my car? Let's go out and do something. All right. No. That's the second time he tried to get you, you know, hurt. The third time, he tries to force himself on you. I think after the third time, maybe you know, the third time, it's bad mojo to hang out with this asshole. Like, honestly, I wish I could pass this off as something like so stupid it's hilarious, but because of the multiple sexual assaults and the, you know, attempted rape by all the male characters, like just about all the male characters. I think the only guy who has not actually tried this shit with Hina are the guys from her class, or people from the school that's not Shugo, or Kanata. You know what? Almost every male except the classmates from both schools and the male teachers from both schools did not do this shit with Hina. However, no. I'm sorry. Fuck this manga. Fuck this shit. No. Do not read this if this shit, you know, if you are easily triggered by attempted rape, especially if it's brushed off like this. Especially if it's, you know, oh, I'm gonna keep putting myself in danger. I'm gonna, you know, make other attempted rape and sexual assault victims looks bad and stupid because I keep going to this asshole. Like, no. She does not speak for any of those victims. This is just a piece of shit manga. Do not read this. Do not even bother with this, especially if that kind of shit annoys you, because there's like so much shit that, like, just those 3 things just piss me off the most about this shit. So no, I do not recommend this, and this is one of the shittiest shoujos I have ever had the misfortune to read. Thank you and good night.